Well,
You never know how the music's going to come in and out.
you just
Right.
never.
A little mystery in life.
Oh,
Mystery
man.
is a good thing.
We got a haircut today.
And a beard trim.
Yeah,
Trying to look.
Don't tell him that
locked
because
in.
he might call you bald or something.
I am getting a haircut tomorrow.
He attacked Nate earlier today about this.
I need one.
Also, Meek looking nice for game 1. Is that what this is for, Meek?
It's exactly that.
Getting a haircut and a beard cut before the playoffs games is.
It's not baseball. It's different. I think in basketball, it's the opposite. You look good.
What does it mean it's not baseball? It's different.
Because baseball, you like keep the play
Oh, I
over
see what you're
your-
saying.
Oh no, hockey's really.
Hockey's, yeah.
But baseball too, definitely it's a thing. Like I feel like in basketball, you look sharp. You get a haircut every other day in the playoffs. Look good for the.
But if the Knicks get swept,
Before we talk about
blame Meek's shaving?
before we get to the NBA, let's talk to you about DraftKings. The NBA Finals are almost here, and every play could be the one that changes everything. This is the NBA playoffs, where heroes rise, legacies are built, and the action never lets up. And with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, you don't just watch the madness, you live it. Back your favorite team, ride your clutch time killer, bet on the buzzer beaters, the breakout performances, the great game-winning threes from player props to same-game parlays. This is how you take your fandom to the next level. New to the game, no sweat. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app. Just bet $5, and if your bet wins, you'll score $300 in bonus bets. It's that easy. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL for new customers to get $300 in bonus bets. If your bet wins, when you bet just $5, only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. Also, shout out to DraftKings for obviously the King of the Diamond. They got $86,000 and $83,000, and they got it in $5,000 increments, which is fucking amazing. And the guy,
A couple guys actually I saw.
but a guy bet $5,000 on a home run last
Reese
night.
Reese Hoskins,
Homer.
4-1.
$20K.
Immediately $20K in his
Good
in
for
his
them.
wallet.
That's why DraftKings is the best place to bet. You can bet literally $5 on a guy like that. I think they literally did bet $5 on this person, and they were one of 12 people to bet it, and it hit. That happened also in baseball. Like I think NBA, because at first it started King of the Court, right?
Yeah.
King of the Court. Let's be honest. Most of the time,
Well, no, actually, king of the end zone.
That's right.
yeah.
Started with football.
Again, okay, so there too. End zone, King of the Court is like most of the time Steph Curry's probably going to be the guy or Giannis going to be the guy. Baseball, it's
more
chaos.
random.
You don't know. Who was it? Pages?
Pedro Pajes.
Pajes? First of all, you're a sicko betting on Pedro Pajes. But regardless, like could happen in this shit.
That's the way to do it, though. Maybe it's just throw 5 shots at like a shitty catcher.
It definitely is.
On a team that has a decent offense or something?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, against the pitcher.
The move isn't to take Aaron Judge in this.
No.
Like that's not, like whereas
Could be though. That's the thing. That's why it's so good, because if you do want Aaron Judge, it's like, well, you're gonna get a little. You'll get a little bit at least.
you will. But I'm saying if you're chasing what just happened,
I think the play is Judge and then chase. Like do the top guy, $5,
Yeah.
and then chase the crazy ones. So you're in it no matter what.
I would imagine that guy loaded up on the Cardinals. I feel like he believed in the Cardinals. Like he just locked in on a team.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I think no. I think
No?
he just got lucky.
I feel like
If I had to guess, that's just he's probably maybe a Cardinals fan.
yeah, maybe.
That's like no other reason you're picking that guy.
It's throwing darts.
I can't wait for the next one.
That's why DraftKings is the absolute best. Last night.
Oh, we have something to open up with.
Oh
boy.
Makes
I
it
have breaking news.
breaking news. Oh,
It better be.
Is it another
wait,
fake
wait,
tweet,
wait. Slow down. Wait.
He's all excited. Okay. Oh boy, that's not true. That is not true. That did not get.
That's Shams reporting the
That
news.
is not true. So we are streaming today. A lot of trades. Maxi's in the block.
Is this
Lot of
are you
trades.
saying
Some are
because of
saying
this?
because
It's not because there is no altercation. I was at practice. That is a lie. I will not respond to false narratives.
You're saying Shams is a fake news.
I'm saying Shams got this one wrong.
All right.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, no, you
are not
You have
holding-
everything to lie. He has
The
no
way-
reason to lie. You have every
The way
reason to lie.
you're as a GM, you should be better media trained than what you're doing right now.
We need like AI to make a video.
I'll tell you one thing that's gonna happen.
Like a flag just punching Max like Draymond Green and Jordan Poole.
You're gonna trade Maxey.
This I don't know. There's gonna be trades today. We're 11-18, right in that mix for that playing spot. Believe it or not, we're only a half game out. 12-18, 11-18. Yeah, right there.
It's not good.
So you're
Gonna be trades.
You're choosing Flag over Maxi.
That's true. I am absolutely on the side of Cooper Flag over Maxey. Cooper Flag is a foundational piece.
Someone was saying other things.
Sounds like a locker room cancer.
Yeah.
No.
Throwing punches.
Marty will test. Cooper Flag is an upstanding young man.
He is great.
Very nice guy.
Game 1 last night. Low scoring at half. What was it like?
48-44?
Yeah, 48-44.
On the number. Exact.
Wolves were winning. They were. I think everyone watching the game, when they were winning at halftime, you knew they weren't going to win the game. I 100%.
Yeah, when you wrote in the
doubled
group,
down.
we wrote in the group like what Shea started at, like 2 for 13.
It was horrible in the
but
first half.
it was like a 5-point game.
He was horrible in the
It
first.
was like that's a bad.
The problem is the only people that were scoring last night at first were Julius Randle and for the Timberwolves and was Anthony Edwards. Like the rest were like no one really else. Like Dante sucks.
Nas Reed.
No, their role. Nas Reed he went 0 for.
Nas Reed was horrible.
Nas Reed, Dante,
horrible.
and Alexander Walker combined 7 for 36.
Walker had
Yeah.
McDaniels was in foul trouble so early, so Walker he played a ton.
Yeah.
It was not
Nas Reed 1 for 11, 0 for 7 from threes.
yeah,
Yeah,
horrible.
Dante was like
Open shots too. Top of the key, like his spot just not happening.
Julius Randle played great.
The thing I didn't understand, he was on fire. He just didn't
He went
get the
away
ball in
from
the
him.
second
He didn't
half.
score in the third quarter.
He barely shot.
quarter,
In the second half, he barely shot the
Third
ball.
quarter, I'm like, I looked, I was like, am I missing something? Is he like missing shots? He's not. He just didn't shoot it. And then he scored 8 points in the fourth, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
But Anthony Edwards scored 0 in the fourth quarter and was minus 11 in the fourth quarter. I
Minus
think
23 for the game.
Yeah, he was minus 11 in the fourth quarter,
Yeah,
which
it's
is like
tough.
where you need him. The
Rudy Gobert, non-factor.
Yeah,
Like,
0.
I mean, just
0.
Their role players were non-existent.
I don't know. I think so. Clemmer said this morning, he's like, they're winning like no matter what.
I said they're winning the
Obviously,
title, right, guys? And I had some Knicks fans make kind of like a face. Like,
I
Why would I?
said no.
What, at this point,
But
why
I
would I
said
give
no.
them?
face, just say no. Then you made a face.
But
Like,
I said I don't think like this
you
series
farted or
is
something.
completely over. Like that game didn't mean like they both didn't play. It wasn't like the Timberwolves played an A game and the OKC didn't and they beat him by 20.
Right, it was
Like,
just Randall really at his
It's kind of
game.
just a bad game overall.
Oh, I feel even more confident in Thunder in 5. Like that made me feel even more locked in. I really liked what I saw.
I wouldn't overreact to one game.
I
Still think I think the Thunder
At some point, we got to make like so. So who do you think wins the series?
because Minnesota played them well all year. So like I think they'll make adjustments. Edwards will come out more aggressive.
Yeah.
Game 2 will be interesting.
So who wins the series and how many games? I said Thunder in 5. I'm sticking with it. What do you say?
I said
Wolves in
Timberwolves in
7.
7.
Wolves in, you still say Wolves in 7? All right.
Because I'm just not going to overreact to one game.
There's
I'm just
one,
not gonna do
like
that.
one game doesn't like the.
But it's
Nuggets-
everything
The
that-
Nuggets beat the Thunder the first game.
But it's not just one game. It's the way the game was played. Everything that I saw, I was like, all right, I don't see how the
But at
Timberwolves
the
can
same
keep up.
At the flip side, the Wolves were up at half though.
And they played
Yeah,
bad.
but
You know, it's not like the Thunder were just dominant.
But
from
the Thunder
jump here.
Thunder have that ability to go into that extra gear and just blow you out of the water. The Timberwolves can't do that.
Do you think that Nas Reed's gonna have 0?
No, I
points
don't.
all the time?
I don't.
You
But
think,
I
like-
do think Rudy Gobert is not going to be a factor. I do think Nas Reed is not going to
I
be.
think Rudy Gobert is never a factor. I think he sucks.
See, that is a problem because
I'm
like,
down on that guy.
Chet and Hartenstein were 12 for 17 in this game and got whatever they wanted.
Yeah, Chet was very
If
efficient.
Rudy's not going to stop those guys, and Chet is a bad one for Rudy because he's got to go on the perimeter.
Yeah.
So it's not a Rudy series.
No, it's
It
not.
rarely is, to be honest. Unless it's like the Lakers and everyone's 6'5" out there.
Yeah.
It's not really a Rudy series.
I kind of lead a little bit more towards Clemmer. I said Thunder in 7. I'm now. To me, it's not even like the Timberwolves played horrible, but OKC didn't play good.
No.
And they won they ended up blowing them out. And I think that for me was the bigger takeaway where like Nas Reed's like he's gonna shoot better. DiVincenzo, as much as I love him, he's shot like this all playoffs. So I can't even sit here and be like, oh, he's gonna shoot.
Sure.
He's literally
Nas Reed will be better.
Nas Reed will absolutely I'm a huge Nas Reed guy, absolutely will be better. But I think like when you get a good Shea game, like they're fucked.
But you also that you could. I get what you mean 100%.
I'm leaning now more
yesterday-
closer to Thunder in 5 than I'm set.
But I'm watching yesterday, right? Like, the thing is with the OKC, they have more room for failure of their stars, right? Like, because they have so many different guys. They're deeper.
Right.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You know
Right.
who was great? Kendrick Williams just comes out there. His little
Yeah,
burst
like you
was
have
huge
Jalen
for them
Williams,
in
you
the third.
have
Russo knocked down some
Isaiah
shots.
Joe.
Yeah,
you have guys on the bench that like they have like I think the Timberwolves
Jason
like me
Wallace.
wrong. Timberwolves could have I think they have a 8-man rotation, and I think OKC's got like 10 or 11 almost. Like,
Yeah, I would say Timberwolves
Actual-
solidly.
It's 8. They tried Jalen Clark a little bit in that game, and it
Yeah.
really wasn't a thing. It's mainly 8.
He didn't really play much in the Lakers series that I remember. I feel
No,
either.
I think
I don't
they
know,
just like thought his defense could add something there, but
I think it was McDaniel's foul trouble. That was a big problem.
that too.
He picked up 3 quick on Shea, and then it just was like.
Like Jalen Williams didn't even have a good game yesterday. He's going to have 2 really good games this
He played
series. You know
solid.
that.
He played
was
solid.
fine, but he's going to have 2 really good games this series. Like, I don't think they can keep up.
If the
I don't think they
Timberwolves,
can
if the
either.
Timberwolves, that's their problem. If Randall and Edwards don't play well together, they're fucked.
Yeah, I want.
If
I
Shea
want
doesn't play that great, which he didn't in the first half,
Yeah.
they were still in the game.
I'm shocked you say Wolves in 7. That's shocking.
I'm just.
It's not that
It's more of a.
crazy.
It is to
It's
me.
more of a principle thing where I just don't want to overreact to one game. That's really
Yeah.
just.
But it's not even that. Like
they played well.
I wasn't just
They-
reacting to one game, but like this is stuff I was saying before yesterday too, and it all just came to.
Also, OKC was very inconsistent in that Nugget series. Like I was shocked that got forced to 7. So
Like they
I don't-
had dominant games against the Nuggets, and then the next game they was like, "What the fuck is this team?"
Right.
So
And
that's
Minnesota
where
has
you're
been
shitting
Minnesota, as Meek said, leading up to the series, their record over the last 2+ months was really good. So
36.
I'm not going to write them off. I'm just not going to do
They're
that
a
right
team
now.
that also
I want to see
doesn't
Edwards.
die quickly.
No, of course not.
They fight a lot. This team.
Yeah, I want to see Edwards have a
What
30
proof
plus
do we
game.
have of that?
They got to conference finals last year.
I would say last year the way that series.
Last year, yes, I'd say this year. Those are a different team.
but I think it's the core is the same. I mean,
Yeah,
they added
like-
a couple guys,
but like they did it last year.
I
and
think the question their fight is little like where are you questioning their fight?
Yeah.
I'm not questioning their fight. I'm not saying so. I don't think they're that battle tested from these playoffs.
They're a team that
and it's
won-
not
won-
their fault. They've had this weird like playing. The first round was against the Lakers, right?
Smashed them, yes.
And the Lakers we saw were exposed. They weren't the team that I thought they were. Okay, so then the second round was against the Warriors without Curry, right?
Right, that's
That
fair.
wasn't a test. They
lost.
haven't been battle tested.
It's fair.
Yeah, but again,
They
like,
I haven't seen them
Celtics weren't
fight.
battle tested last year either, and then they won. You know, like that. There is
But no,
like
but
a-
unfortunately for this team though, they are
Right,
facing.
but this
They are
is
facing
a
the Thunder, though, Mark.
higher
Yeah, I
quality
get it.
team
I
than
get
anything.
it.
The Celtics.
So I'd say I don't think this Timberwolves team has been battle tested. That's another
That
reason
doesn't
why
make
I'm not
it-
as
I
high
don't-
on them as well.
I haven't been battle tested in the
doesn't-
playoffs, but I've seen them come back in OKC and win a game in the second half of the season. And it was
okay.
very
Yeah.
very impressive.
And to what Meek's record is true. Like, and I think this is not. I'm not trying to be shitty about the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are really good. Julius Randle's awesome. Anthony Edwards is incredible. They have a really good team. I just think the Thunder are like a special team.
I have a stat that is hopeful for Timberwolves fans. Last night on wide open catch and shoot shots, the Thunder averaged 2.6 points per possession. The Timberwolves averaged 0.8 points per possession. League average on those catch and shoot shots is 1.4. So do you think OKC stays that hot? Do you think Minnesota stays that cold?
I have a better question. How many of those shots were available to those teams? Because that tells me there's defensive lapses.
How
That's the
numbers
question.
on that?
How many times does a team have an open shot available to them? That I'm more interested in that than anything else.
Timberwolves definitely had a lot of open looks. They shoot so many more threes. Like they must have shot 3 times the threes that. I mean, the Thunder don't shoot that many threes. They shoot probably close to the lowest in the league.
Thunder were 11 from 21 yesterday.
Okay, so-
Oh yeah, the Bulls were 15 to 51.
On
They
open-
shoot-
That's crazy. So they shot
missed
30
everything.
more and only made 4 more.
On
In the
open
second half, they
three-point
made
shots.
nothing.
There's nothing in the second half.
On open three-point shots, Minnesota shot 11 for 39, Oklahoma City 10 for 16. And DiVincenzo, Naz Reid, and Alexander Walker 4 for 24 in open threes.
That's interesting.
But that's where it shows. Like,
Well,
do you
that's
think
the
the
role-
Thunder are going to shoot 50 and 52%, all 50% from the field and 52% from 3? Like, that's
No.
also like an insane game they
And I
have.
also don't think that they're going to go 15 for 51 again for Minnesota. So you're
Also, Shea like didn't play. Like, he had 31 points. He was
first
10
half.
of
But Mike Malone-
27 and
Mike
0
Malone-
for 4 from 3.
Mike Malone after the game, and people were making a big deal of that. Obviously, he's the Denver coach, and he's like, "That's the MVP." That wasn't that good of a game by Shea.
No, 10 of
The
27.
second half he was good. Yeah, first half he was bad.
And also, like, as people are making note, like, there's some he's officiated horribly. It's hard to watch.
You have to understand.
And I know it coming from a Knicks Brunson, but he seems to do it more.
You shoot 27 shots and score 31 points. It's not like that's not his best game.
Oh,
no, not at
No.
all.
Well, that's where I'm like, I wasn't that like Shea's amazing, but last night was not like holy shit, look at this guy. I don't think anyone was like that. Julius Randle was the only one that was like really good, I thought.
He was, on the first half, he just couldn't miss. He was just like laughing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he was just throwing it from anywhere.
What was the? It was 7.5 yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've held that line, so that makes you think Minnesota. They believe Minnesota can give a better fight here.
Well, you'll see. I mean, it's like the common thing. NBA, like the role players will step up at home.
Yeah.
Like I think you'll see
Lines
Timberwolves
up to
take like
8.
game 3.
I mean, I hope it's a better fight. It was 12 to 26 point difference just this.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know who else shot a bunch of free throws and shot horribly in a game before? It's happened to the great ones.
There we go.
Yeah.
And people would
go.
say Michael Jordan never did that.
Michael Jordan had a bad game.
3 for 18 from the field.
People said Michael Jordan didn't have bad games.
Oh, he had bad games.
I mean, you
he had a lot of good
really
ones,
have
though,
to
too.
have bad games.
Has he just never had a bad game?
Imagine just like
Never.
there's one player ever, like just never ever
it's so
shot
easy. It's just
under
never.
40%.
I mean, honestly, Wilt.
And Will couldn't win.
Right, but like, I doubt Wilt had like that many bad
Did
games.
Bill Russell ever have a bad game?
I mean, Bill Russell has some trouble scoring sometimes, but he always was there on defense. That's the thing about defense.
Yeah.
Defense doesn't go into slumps.
so tonight, game one, we have Vibsy.
He's just been silent.
Yeah,
been,
I've been
seething. No, he's been
saving my
seething.
energy. I've been seething. I had to
He's
walk
been-
here in the New York rain looking at you Knicks fans with your brand new New York Knicks gear that you just got out of the NBA store yesterday. Oh, we beat Boston? Let's go cheer. Let's go cheer in the streets.
Second round.
Second round.
Vibs like almost he like catch himself when he said like the foul baiting with Jalen Brunson and Shea.
So upset.
So let me set this up for everybody. So this series, Vibs is basically going to be like a 7-on-1.
Bringing weapons in there.
Oh yeah, it's anything's legal.
Yeah.
Spear.
For anyone that doesn't know, Vibs off camera will just talk about the Pacers to anyone that listens.
I just threw people in a Pacers chat last year.
He pretended
Yep.
to stream what was it that the
Oh,
tournament?
what is it? Yeah, the in-season tournament.
Season tournament. He was like, "Hey, we streaming Pacers
What?
playing today."
He'll just randomly bring up Darren Collison for some reason. Like, I don't get why.
To be fair, we really missed an opportunity because that game was awesome.
It was a great
Halliburton
game.
did the Dame time right in Dame's face. Like, what are we doing? Not streaming the
So
Pacers play-in
This is
tournament.
not even close to it. Vibs is a psychopath for the Pacers, so this is going to be a great streams. You guys are streaming 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. If
Correct.
Yeah, just off for the Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
You know, for the behind the scenes people.
DJ should be pumping this weekend.
It's the kickoff.
yeah, it is.
Except it's gonna be pouring.
The weather's gonna be shit.
55.
Yeah, but inside, DJs is mostly inside.
Yeah,
anyway.
DJs doesn't stop for nobody.
Okay.
So game one tonight, Knicks are -4.5. Vibs, I want to ask you, how's the number feel for you? How's the confidence going into game one?
I mean, the Knicks should be the favorite. Obviously, they're at home. They're the better.
I didn't know if it was gonna be 4 or 2, like around there, like 4, 2.5, 3. I thought maybe, but 4.5 was a little more. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm in the Pacers tonight for that reason.
During the
Really?
4.5's a lot.
Well, that's kind of shows like that's a Knicks line.
I think, but I like getting 4.5 points. I don't look at that. I think that's over.
That's just gambling. That's not like a myth. That's what gambling is.
I don't know if that's true.
the Pacers line.
That's fine. That's right. You guys
No,
look.
but that's not like me.
The lines are based on the handle. Like I'm more on that side of things.
I mean, it's got to open at a
That's
number.
open at a
Before
number.
there's any
Right.
handle comer.
right.
No handle and they open it.
It's been open for a while. It's 4.5 right now.
Where
Correct.
it
It
start
hasn't
at?
moved.
That's
4.5.
So the line that was a good line by them. They know what they're doing. But if the money was going heavy another way, then it would change. I
don't think. No, it wouldn't.
So you guys think because of that line, the Knicks will cover?
No,
Or the Knicks will
that's-
win by more than 5. Excuse
Oh,
me.
it's
Like
just
last
talking
night,
about-
OKC was -7.5. To me, that was they really respect OKC. Like that's why I bet them, because that's an OKC line. Like that's like they seem like they're gonna handle.
I
it.
bet them because I thought they would win by more than 8.
Like if that line was 4,
I know, isn't that crazy? I know it's a crazy.
If that
No,
OKC line was
you're just
4,
not-
I'd be
You
right.
guys think you're sharper then? Like,
No, I
I'll look at
don't.
this and I'll
Oh,
like.
but you just
I
ignore
say
all
that?
of it.
I didn't say that at all. I didn't say I'm sharper. That's 7.5. Like that's just when it's if the Knicks were +2 tonight, right?
Yep.
Bad line.
What
for the
would
Knicks.
that be? That's a good line for the Pacers, where it's like, oh, they know something we
concerned.
don't. Like that's like a Pacers line. If it was even tonight, that's
Well, yeah,
a Pacers
plus
line.
Disaster. Then the series is
+2
over.
at home in
If
New
it's
York.
money, okay. If it's -1, then I'm like, okay, they don't really respect the Knicks here. That's what I'm saying.
The respect for the Pacers has been low. Like even when the
It is
Cavs
low,
had,
and I've been saying that.
Yeah, even in the media and everything. But even when the Cavs were down 3 players, the line was still -5.5 for the
Yes.
Cavs.
There's also
which is
like way more
crazy.
Knicks fans than Pacers fans. That's going to affect the line too.
But it doesn't.
It's going to affect the handle.
But playoff lines are like pretty firm.
Yeah.
Like you're not like unless there's an injury, you're not like you're gonna see the same lines throughout the series. Like it's gonna be Knicks -4.5 at home. I bet on the road it'll be somewhere from like
I think it's gonna be like
Could be Pacers
minus like two, yeah, something like that, like 1.5. And I think it'll pretty much stay there. Like, I mean, look at all the playoff series. It's just like whatever the line is, it's just gonna.
It'll shrink a little bit if it gets to
Also,
6 and 7. That's
Vegas
really about it.
It's gonna be what it is. Like we know, like it doesn't like these lines. The handle is what like they have so much information now. Like you've seen these teams play so much.
Yeah, there's
The lines are
also
gonna be
not-
there's way less
You've
volatility.
also seen people bet so much too, and you can
But
have a better idea where people are where people are going to put their money.
But these like they have enough. Like they're not like the line's not going to move more than like a half point. Like you're not going to see this line move like a half point max. Like it's going to be what it is.
even if the
Very
handle's
firm on these
insane.
numbers.
So
Yeah.
you think if 80% of the money came in on one side, they would keep the line the same?
Maybe
not gonna- it's
maybe
not gonna-
go to 5 or 4.
I said it's going to move a half a point. It's not going to move 2 points. A point and a half. It's just not.
I disagree.
I mean, show me one line this playoffs that's happened without an injury.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
only thing that's changed is Tatum.
Tatum.
Only thing that's
Like
changed.
the cat, like there was major injuries. Obviously,
No, major injuries. The line didn't move at all. It
Yeah.
stayed
That
at
was
5.5.
That was respect for the Cavs won
Yeah.
so many fucking games during
100%.
And Donovan Mitchell was still out there.
100%. But I'm just saying it didn't move at all.
But even when they were healthy, game one it was like 8.
But that's
Right,
a
7.5,
reason to show
yeah,
that
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not saying that I know more. It's that the Cavs were -5.5 that game. I bet the Cavs because I was like, there's 3 fucking injuries and they lost. So like, obviously I don't know more, but that is a Cavs line when they're more hurt and the Pacers.
I see these two teams as very evenly matched. I'm getting 4 points. I haven't seen them play yet. That to me
completely-
is that's where I'm coming from.
See, like that's completely fine. That's your opinion. But
Yes, of course.
this 4.5, that's not an opinion. That's what Vegas thinks that the Knicks. That's a favorable Knicks line. That's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
it's kind of what I expected when they're minus like
Yeah.
150.
Your
I-
opinion, the Pacers
They think
can
they're like a little
1,000
bit better.
The Pacers can win 1,000%. I wouldn't be shocked. It's
No.
just saying like your opinion. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
you could bet that. And I'm just saying, opening up, I go, oh, I was a little surprised it was 4.5.
100%.
I thought it'd be a little lower.
I thought 3.5.
Yeah, which is I think is
It's
a
not.
big
It's not
difference.
like
difference.
it's not a big swing. But if it was 2 or lower, I'd be like,
Be nervous.
Yeah, absolutely.
whoa.
So Vips, sorry we got sidetracked there. How do you feel going into the first game?
I feel confident. I mean, I think anything can happen, obviously. The Pacers, they might be a little rusty going into game one. And historically, Tyrese Halliburton's game ones are not very good. He usually kind of gets a feel for the other team. So I'm hoping game 5 in Cleveland when he went like 5 for 6 from 3 was incredible. Like if that Halliburton shows up, like the Knicks are cooked.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. Last year, OG went out like game 3. He locked down Pascal Siakam. Like I'm really nervous about that because if Pascal isn't producing, the Pacers are screwed.
So obviously Halliburton, Pascal is like the 2 guys. Who's someone that you think that needs to have a good series for the Pacers to have a good chance?
Who needs to? I mean, Nembhard has been so clutch. He's like the best 3-point percentage in like NBA history for the playoffs.
Like
Like,
you could almost pencil him in. You don't even have
crazy.
to worry about him.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just automatic with him.
I'd say of the starters, Neesmith, just because he's guarding Brunson, and if he's hitting his shots, like it's.
Yeah,
So-
mine was I said Miles Turner needs to play well. Like he needs to just like give a little more. Like he needs to. Hubs was saying like hit those threes that like if he could hit any threes, that's just a game changer.
Miles Turner has this,
Trail
like,
3 guy.
Trail 3, but he has this like step back 3 that he can do now that he's like kind of added to his repertoire, and it's incredible. But yeah, Miles Turner's like the X factor. If he has a solid game, I think him and Cat are going to kind of cancel each other out. I think Cat will have a better game than Miles, but I think they're
Kinda
both going
agree
to
with
play
that.
pretty well. Of the starters, I said that, but I think the Ben Mathurin, that's a huge factor. Like he wasn't in the series last year; he was hurt, but he always plays well against like the Bucks and the Knicks. He had 38 in the regular season. If he can show up, he was in the Cavs game. He had that ejection with DeAndre Hunter, and then he came back in Cleveland and was like airball and stuff. So he didn't have the best series. He's shown up every once in a while, but if he can show up in this, that'll be huge.
What do you? How's Knicks fans feeling going game 1?
I feel good. I mean, I think the rebounding is where like I think we have the significant edge. Like I think that's
100%.
where like Mitch. I think Towns got to be huge. Like Towns was big in the Boston series. He got to do that again. Like, and it's funny with Towns. Like he's kind of we like basically made this move to like be like a better shooting team, and he barely even shoots threes anymore, which I don't mind. Like he's been so big in the paint. But yeah, I think we got to take advantage. I think the game's going to be high scoring. They were all high scoring in the regular season. I think the Knicks, weirdly enough, are like down to run a little bit. Like they don't mind it. Like I think they'll like. I took the overnight. Like I think every game they play in the regular season would have went over this total, and 2 of them would have went like way over. No, I feel good though. I think I feel confident. I mean, I just trust Brunson. Like Hub said, if you like Brunson's played well against the Pacers, and like he's like OG healthy is huge. Having like OG on Siakam or whoever, and then Bridges on Halliburton, I just think that's huge for us. Like I don't know. I feel good. I'm trying. Like I think the Pacers are really good, but I just feel good like where we're at, the way we're playing. Like I don't know. I hope we don't run too much with them, I guess is my little bit of concern.
I was thinking this last night. If like March Madness, you do a bracket. If anyone did a NBA bracket, I don't think anyone would have this 4.
No. Definitely not.
Thunder would definitely.
I mean, no one would have had the Knicks.
No.
I actually
would have had Knicks
West Side
over Boston.
West
No, but I
Side.
even think
West
that,
Side's not crazy.
West Side's not that crazy.
I think it is though.
I feel like everyone had the Lakers. I feel like they all.
A lot of people had the
fit in
Lakers,
there.
and I think a lot of people would have had the Warriors.
You have
Oh, that was
Clemmer.
crazy.
You have Clemmer who thinks both those teams suck, and I mean, he
But
was right.
who sucks?
The Warriors and Lakers.
I thought the Lakers were good going in. I was wrong with the Lakers.
Wait, I thought you had the Timberwolves over them.
I don't know
No,
if I
he had the
did.
Lakers.
I think I had the Lakers.
Okay, my apologies.
I was high on the Lakers going in. The second I saw a game one, I was like,
The Timberwolves being in the conference finals isn't that crazy.
No, it's not.
not
But
saying-
this side,
Well,
but
I
this
guess
side is
when
definitely
you
crazy.
think about that 2
4.
to 7, there was like 3 games separating. It's not that crazy.
Yeah, but this side, the East side.
Oh, no.
It's crazy.
No one had Knicks.
Even the Pacers, though.
Like I could see like
the Cavs, everyone probably would have had the Cavs penciled in
Definitely.
too.
yeah.
But that's why this is going to be a great series. They have
the Knicks keep
I
up.
like the history.
Oh,
of it,
it's so
which
good.
is great. Is Reggie Miller like announcing anything?
Calling all the games.
All of them.
All of them.
Wow,
Raymond's doing pregame and Reggie's calling the game. So you got 2 just Knicks haters in there.
that's awesome. I love that. I want hate. in
Someone
this
was like,
game.
the
There's gonna
fans
be hate.
deserve this if they make the finals. We have to deal with these 2 idiots.
The Knicks really don't fight. Am I wrong?
What do you mean?
Like, there's not much. You think it's going to be like scuffles in there? I know there will be, but like, who's the guy in the Knicks who's going to get into a little bit of a?
Last year it was Miles Turner and Dante going at it a little bit.
Dante was. I would say.
No, Dante was
if
your bulldog.
Honestly, if anyone to be like Josh Hart,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I mean,
I was gonna say, you guys dick grabbed in the last series.
Yep.
Yep.
He didn't do anything. Like, he went down.
I mean, they got double technical.
Josh Hart. I don't
He
think
did
Josh
that.
Hart's going to get in a fight with anyone on the court. I think Josh Hart might go back at Reggie Miller again. Last
be
year when he was
awesome.
like, "Hey, they're saying fuck you." Like that was.
we just have very like disciplined guys. Like no one on
you
the
do.
Knicks,
That's what I'm
no
saying.
one on the Knicks is like.
I also think the Pacers
even
like are.
DiVincenzo would get like mouthy, but even he would say after the game, he's like, "No one's doing shit. Like I'm fucking." I
Right.
think that's where his stance is more like, "What are you about to do?" Like,
Also, their physical guy, Isaiah Jackson, isn't playing. Like I think that's the guy like who would bang down low and
Matherin's
like
physical though.
What?
Matherin's physical.
Catherine's physical.
So yeah, the Pacers don't have any like depth at center. They have Thomas Bryant, who looked like Kobe Bryant for like a week in the regular season,
Indiana
but
Hoosier.
he's
He's more.
When-
he likes to stay in the perimeter though. I feel like. He,
Yeah,
He
well-
like. Yeah.
when Miles Turner was out in the regular season, Cat dominated Thomas Bryant and Obi Toppin. Like Cat had like 40 points maybe. I don't know. So if Miles Turner gets in foul trouble and he's not showing up, it's going to be rough.
I don't
So
know what
I
you-
like Marty saying Miles Turner is a huge X factor.
Yeah. I don't know
I
what
really
you guys
think
are gonna
he
do
needs
against.
to- Yeah, he needs to be very efficient.
Ijax, luckily he got hurt in like the I don't know 4th week of the season, so we've figured out how to play without him. But
Right,
Ijax,
but I
was
remember last
huge
year.
Yeah,
That was like I was like when he checked on the floor. Like there's a famous clip of LeBron playing the Spurs, and when he looks back and Kawhi subs in. And like he like kind of groans. That was me every time Isaiah Jackson something. It's like
Right.
this fucking guy again. Without him, I think Mitch dominates. Mitch is just in such a zone right now. He destroy like. I think it's gonna be an
He hit
easier.
free throws too.
Yeah,
No, he did, but he didn't for a while.
Yeah, I wonder what
gotta-
you do wonder what Carlisle's strategy is going to be with the fouls.
They're definitely gonna
Can
try
he
it.
keep up? Can the Knicks and like Mitchell Robinson, these guys keep up with the pace of the Pacers?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
We'll
that,
say
I think,
Tibbs
I think
does
that's like a
have-
big. That, I
a
think
big
that's a
thing with the
big
Knicks-
difference.
The big thing about the Knicks is they're like they play like 40 minutes all of them.
We're
And
conditioned.
they
do
do
have a
Pacers move.
We're conditioned. The
True.
the
It also
Cavs
helps
weren't
though
conditioned, and
with
look
Mitch
what
back.
happened.
They have a true 7-man rotation now rather than 6.
Right.
Deuce was so good in that Boston series.
Really
I don't
good.
think he got enough credit for that. Him coming off the bench is going to be a nice little spark plug. I like where they're at, man.
Do you think we go to like an 8-man? Like, do you think like DeLon Wright or like Shamet get minutes early on in
I
the series
hope
and then shrink?
not.
You think
I don't
it's
want to
7?
see any of those people on the
no.
floor.
I'm just saying game 1.
If we do,
not
that
trying
means
to steal
someone's
some-
in foul trouble,
Yeah.
like badly. I don't want to see I don't want to see these people.
You want to see campaign?
It upsets me.
the campaign.
Yeah, he didn't
You're
play
gonna
like garbage
see.
time in game
You're gonna
6.
see some like Cat could get like Cat's probably gonna get in foul trouble at least once. Like someone's.
I
gonna
can
get in
deal
foul
with
trouble.
Precious if he's not shooting threes.
Well, Carlisle.
That's when
He
I
can shoot
start.
threes up 20.
Carlisle.
That's when yeah.
Fresh was he respects.
Yeah, he's trying to incept us into playing.
He's so funny if he actually did.
He just starts.
He's like Thibodeau's like, wow, he is right. He's pretty good.
I do like that guy.
Precious. Precious, your point guard today.
Yeah, you know you're starting today.
I think
yeah.
tonight you don't see like the nuclear Jalen game just because I think they're good. What the Pacers did last year versus the Knicks, they blitzed Brunson a lot, lots of doubles because they knew he didn't have shooters on the floor. This year we actually have shooters. That's why I think they're gonna blitz Brunson and you're gonna see Cat and Hart eat up.
I
Brunson
like
up and
what
lows.
Bibbs said too. I like the first half under in this game where it's like a lot. So little. So I think
Rust.
it might start with hero ball. Like there a lot of. First of all, like MSG, the first game Eastern Conference Finals is gonna be fucking crazy.
So sick.
I think that everyone's gonna be a little rusty if they haven't played in what, a week?
Yeah, Adam Silver hates the NBA.
And
It's
also,
Basically a week.
3 weeks.
First half over under is 108.
Knicks played Friday.
Yeah.
It's been a week for the Pacers.
Pretty
yeah.
far. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's like it's not even jitters, but it's just like that atmosphere is gonna be crazy. First half under is not a bad
108?
play. Yeah.
I'm curious what Halliburton's aggression level is because
Yeah,
last year in game 1, I just looked it up. He had 6 points, and he
Right.
was just told. And then he had a few of those games against the Cavs. But when he's aggressive, they're so much better for it. When he's attacking, we've talked
we've
about
talked about it.
nauseam.
He'll go
So
into the paint, spin around.
But he
toss
also
it out.
had really good games at the Garden last year against the Knicks in the playoffs, and obviously the clinching
Sure.
game he was so good. So I'm just curious what kind of Halliburton we get off the jump. OG being healthy guarding him won't help. Oh no, sorry, not OG.
Bridges.
Bridges.
Yeah, Bridges' length.
Bridges is gonna
Verifies me.
harass him. OG will be on Siakam. It's a good matchup, man. It's just gonna be good basketball.
Yes,
What-
absolutely.
What's that? What's you shaking at?
Sorry, it was nothing to do with you.
Oh, that was like what I was saying.
No, it's this guy's trying to steal my look.
It looks just
God,
like
man.
it just looks just. I mean, you have that shirt. Like you have that. Like
It's the
you,
shirt I'm wearing right now.
You've worn that exact thing.
Am I wearing it right now?
I love. He's the nicest kid. Ian Bear's the nicest. No,
Plain t-shirt, no?
Well, the thing is,
Ian.
I'm cutting my hair shorter Saturday, so
Nice.
Are you?
See what he
I have to do something. This guy is. Thank God he's a Mets fan, because if he was a Yankees fan, we'd have a problem.
So
He doesn't have my walk though. I worked on my walk for 3 years.
You have a different walk.
Yeah, come on. All right, back
But
to this. It's
yeah.
a big problem in my life right now, Vibbs. This guy. It's a big problem.
you got your problems. I got my problems. I got these Knicks fans.
How do you feel 7-on-1?
Last year I was not intimidated, not scared, but I was a little quiet. I think I was a little quiet in the cave. This year, Vibsy's coming out.
Yes.
These guys can handle it. They're East Coast scumbags. They like a little trash talk. So trash talk Vibsy's going to be there.
Oh, Meek can't handle it. Meek struggles.
We've got a secret fucking weapon coming.
Oh,
boy.
I don't want to tease it like it's like a Coleman. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Jordan Berry coming to the cave for game
Oh,
one.
it's a good shield.
That's even
Shit.
better though.
Oh, it's way
Yeah.
better because
Kill us
she's
with kindness.
nice.
Can't
and you
touch
can't-
it.
What are you
Yeah,
gonna
she's
say to her?
smart.
Well, that's what I said.
Oh, nothing. You can't say anything.
Same thing.
It's like
Ice is
It's good basketball. It's good basketball being played here.
It's like the Eagles coach coming to the press conference with his kid on his lap after a bad loss. He's like, hey, you can't say shit to him because he's got his kid there. So if Jordan Berry's there, he's going to be nice. But I'm going to be sitting front. Jordan Berry's going to be in the back, chirping you in the ear. We're going to be flanking you.
Now, Meek, would you say something negative to Jordan Berry? Very nice.
No.
Even if she said something negative to you.
No.
Okay.
It should be a great cut after the series, and it just hit him.
Yeah.
No, I would never do that.
I'd actually
You get very emotional. You
I'd
can't control
respect
yourself.
him more if he was also screaming at Jake.
Yes, I would.
Jordan Berry's
100%.
face like this,
Yeah, I
fucking
would-
screaming at her like.
That like not saying anything mean to her, just
sexist.
being
That's
like
sexist,
Knicks and-
Meek.
like if she just going and Jordan Berry's like Knicks and 4, they're like that. I'm fine with that.
First timeout of the first quarter, we have like a 10-0 run. Fuck you.
you should,
You're being sexist by not because isn't it about equality, right?
It's
So you're
sexist.
treating a woman
I hate you
differently.
so
Anyone
much
can get it.
more.
What's that?
I hate you so much.
You hate
more.
me more.
Yeah,
Why?
because you're Chris Clemmer.
Oh, that's fair. But how about we got? I'm out of the picture. You got Bibsy now.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough without Bosco by my side because he ditched us for Chicago this week. I mean,
Meek and I. Meek
This
and I-
week?
Yeah, game one.
Oh, okay.
Meek and I got
We'll be
along
back
last time we were in the cave. But this year there's a bone to pick because Pacers, Boston last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. Meek came in the office. He might have even said it on this show. But Meek stood in front of the entire office, looked me dead in the eyes, and said the Pacers will never make an Eastern Conference Finals ever again.
That's true.
Yeah, and I was wrong.
They went back.
I think there's a tweet.
back.
There's a tweet about it too,
There
right?
is. You want me to pull it up?
There's a
I'll
tweet.
pull up my own tweet.
I couldn't find it.
There you go, yeah.
I couldn't find the tweet about the Eastern Conference Finals. I was looking for that
You said
whenever I was blogging it.
He used the word peaked. He said they had peaked.
Well, okay, then I did use that tweet.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
I said I can comfortably say that the Indiana
I mean,
Pacers have
I
peaked
was
during
wrong.
This
this.
is it here. Yeah. This is it.
That's all I wanted to hear, Meek.
Yeah.
Do you respect the Pacers now?
This year's run is legit.
Okay.
That's classic.
All right, there you go. All right.
Unlike Chris Klammer, I
Hey.
could bring up an old tweet and not cry about it.
Oh, I don't think I cry. I don't think I cry.
Yes, you did.
No,
There
no,
were
Meek.
tears
This
running
no,
down
it's
your
what you
eyes.
do, Meek. Meek.
There were
Meek.
tears
Meek.
running down your eyes after I
Meek.
brought up a 2-year-old tweet of yours.
Oh, Meek. Meek loves to go back and find the old tweets. But hey, I give you credit. You brought it up on yourself, because you are someone that does kind of, like I said, you won't put out your own bets. You kind of hide in the shadows a little bit, and then
I put on my Nas Reed bet yesterday.
Why do you respect-
when other people will put their neck out, that's when you go after them.
I have a question.
Kind of shitty. That's
Why
what
do you respect the Pacers' run this year and not last year?
If you do it twice, also Halliburton has 2 game winners in these playoffs. It's like I
But
can't
they
knock
also,
that.
and listen, you stay down over there when I ask this, because I think the Pacers deserve it, but they did the same thing as last year.
You could say the Cavs were
The Cavs were injured.
but they were also up 20 points in game 2 and lost. It's like I can't sit here and be like,
I know, but it's the
I
same
can't
exact
sit here
thing
and be like,
they
oh,
did.
the Cavs had injuries. Like, no, you're up 20 points. At
I think
home
it's
and
the
lost a
win.
pivotal
The
game.
win.
I think if you do it last year, I don't understand why you wouldn't.
Why were you down on them last year? Like I'm just curious. Like what? Because I didn't think. I thought they were good last year. I maybe not great, but like good. I didn't get that.
I can't give
Mathurin was done for the year at that point, and he was a
Alright.
pivotal piece that got them going. So like,
and
I don't
they're also a
know.
new
I kind of
team,
felt
like,
the same way.
It was
inexperienced,
it was their first ever playoff run. Like Halliburton's
Yeah.
first time in the playoffs.
So wasn't he dealing with a hamstring injury
He
like
was.
all year?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Hamstrings linger.
So like that's I don't know how.
There was inexperience, like I said, like that was their first run. Like now
So-
that they've been here before, it's like okay, you got to respect it.
They played Boston tight though in those games. They lost them all.
It was
but
it was a very close sweep, and Halliburton was out the last 2 games, I believe.
yeah. For me, the impressive win, the most impressive win of that Cavs series is the clinching one, because they could have easily, they were down 20 or whatever it was. They could be like, we're gonna go home.
Yeah.
Similar to how the Knicks, when they won in, and no, they were just like, no, we're gonna come back in this game. All the Cavs played in that game. Granted, they're injured, but they played. Like Garland was in there,
They did.
and they just come back and they won that game in Cleveland, the clinch series. I thought that was incredibly impressive.
I agree with you, but
in game
again,
one.
if you thought it last year, it doesn't make any sense to make it this year. If
Well-
they did the same thing.
No, but he makes a good point. He's like, hey, they're healthier this year. They have experience. I think Meek's points are valid.
Yeah.
I know.
And
I
it's-
don't. Because they again did the same. Like,
Well, can I
Yeah.
can I really fuck shit up right
yes,
now?
please.
The Knicks run to the Eastern Conference Finals, not legit. Boston was banged up. Porzingis doesn't have any lungs. Drew Holiday, who's on a half an ankle guarding their best player.
Jaylen Brown was hurt. We found out later on.
Jaylen Brown was hurt.
Bad point.
You got
Meek. This is just for Meek, by the way, because I understand you guys didn't say anything about the Pacers last. You might have. I don't know if you did. But
The Pacers are good.
remember.
I've said all year they were good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like Halliburton.
We've been pretty pro Pacers show.
And guess what? The Celtics were minus 1,000 to win the series. It's the greatest upset after a second round that
They
wasn't
got
in the
hurt.
bubble. If you go
Well,
with
not
that
after the second round.
But second round or later.
after the first round.
Second round or later, it's the greatest upset in NBA history by betting odds that wasn't played in the bubble. That is a fact.
That would be a fact, correct?
But that didn't answer his question
No, it did.
at all.
No.
But
Not
yeah,
one bit.
But what he said was correct. Though.
Yeah, but he just says things that didn't answer his
What he said
question
was actually
at all.
correct.
So answer his question.
What?
You don't even know his question.
You just talked about the Celtics having injuries.
No, he talked about that the same thing the Pacers did last year was what the Knicks did this year.
Beat up on injured teams.
It's entirely different.
Oh, what? Because it's the Knicks?
No, because it's the Celtics were literally the title, like the Eastern Conference favorites.
But they got hurt.
They didn't. The Pacers didn't play an Eastern Conference favorite last year to get there. They played the same Bucks team they played this year, and then the injured Knicks team. And also, the Knicks injuries last year were so much fucking worse. We had Precious Achiuwa and Alec Burks on the court.
But that's-
And
but
the
that's-
Celtics at
that's-
least had guys
Boston
out
had
there.
Cornette on the court.
He was
a
one of the best
starter.
players.
He was a starter.
Good player.
Yeah, he was
No,
one of the
you
best
had
players.
he had like 5 good minutes in one of the games, and like, all right, we'll throw him in
It
the
was more
starting
of a
rotation.
minutes.
To have
And
someone,
Hobie goes off.
fan on here, so it's not just. This is great.
This is great.
Because he's bringing up good.
That's a
points.
very Vibs is bringing up point after
Look,
point.
I would never bring it up, but Knicks fans, I watch these fucking shows in the morning with your ESPN propaganda guys on there. Be like, well, the Pacers are banged up. They can't beat anybody healthy. And it's like, hey, Knicks fan, you're doing the fucking same thing, and no one's bringing it up.
The difference is the Celtics players were actually out there on the court outside of Tatum, who missed like what?
Missed 2 games.
Missed 2
And
games.
Porzingis wasn't on the
Porzingis
court.
missed.
Porzingis minutes were
Porzingis
way
was
down,
on the court.
but his minutes
You
were
wish
way
he
down.
wasn't, but
That's
he was
true.
on the
But also, even on the pantheon of their team, like Porzingis is like the 6th best player,
Yeah,
or
like
6th
we-
like most important.
Oh.
like missing.
But
No,
We missed
not.
our
I don't know if I agree
you
with
got
that.
the corpse of Al Horford out there, and then
Four.
Fournette.
Four.
Obviously, Tatum, Brown, White, and I think you're still taking Holiday.
Oh no, I would
No,
I would have him over. I would have
Porzingis
Holiday
said-
third.
Oh no.
White is definitely
White
more
is
important.
3.
Well, you might have passed him by this year. That's fair.
Holiday is.
He's 5. I'll say 5. 6 is a
Pritchard.
stretch. 5.
Pritchard's right there.
That's why I would think I was willing to say 6, but I'll give you 5.
Porzingis, when he's healthy, though, is so
Porzingis is
important.
more
But then again,
important
that's a
than
huge
Pritchard.
if, though, because he's
Like,
never healthy.
like last year for us,
He wasn't healthy last year either, so.
Like last year for us, like Randall wasn't there. Like then you lose OG, who was like
Yep.
3 or 2, almost pseudo 2. Like we had like our best guys was, and then Brunson out. Hart was playing. Hart had his fucking the ab injury. He was dying.
Let me ask you this.
Meek just went locked in mode. It's on now. I feel it.
Let me ask you this. Such a different vibe last year because we were waiting to play the Celtics and waiting to die. Like the winner of our series last year.
For sure. Right.
Now we're going to the finals.
For the
Bigger
Pacers.
stakes.
For the Pacers,
Huge stakes.
it's been the Last Dance Jordan Bulls. It's been LeBron James and the Miami Heat, Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah.
This year, even the Celtics. This year it's just so open. Like there's actually a chance. Like we could
Well,
potentially win.
Your odds to go
point.
to the next round start with a 1. Like
Yeah.
it's
It's-
not
it's-
higher than that.
do you
I'm
guys
excited.
do you guys like the fact that the NBA is this year now will be 7 different champions in
Yes.
7 years? Do you like that, or do you? Because some people, there was a big thing online that people hated it. They were like people like a Spurs run or like a Warriors
dynasty.
run or a dynasty.
I am so sick of seeing the Eagles and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So like that's my.
I think parity is good for. I mean, that's what the NFL has had so much parity. That the last few years it's been similar, like the Chiefs and Niners and Eagles, but forever it was the parity. That was what people loved about it. That and you like. I think
it's
mean,
actually 50-50. I think a lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it.
In the NBA, we literally the 2010s. You just penciled in LeBron's team.
Go back even
and you
further
just
than that.
Penciled
Ev.
in the Warriors. But I'm saying like
Yeah.
even obviously of course
Go back to the 80s.
Jordan
Not
and all
every
that,
decade.
sure,
This is the
sure.
first time in NBA history
Sure.
we've had this parity.
I think it's fun.
I think it's fun too. I agree, but I think a lot of people, some people don't like parity because sometimes, thankfully, like the Knicks are a big market team, so it's not like who's this. The Pacers aren't a huge market team. So
Oklahoma
if it was
City is not a huge market
If it was
team.
Pacers and it was the I don't know, somebody else, like even like the Cavs, like it would be like, if that was a conference championship, it would be like, all right. Like that's why I think some people don't like parity, but I love it. Like I love seeing new teams. Like the fact that you two haven't been to the finals in how long? I don't even know.
1,000 for the Pacers.
Yeah, and then
99 for the
99 for the Knicks.
But
Like,
that brings up another question I have for Viv. So like you saw, you guys are both halfway to a title, which is good, but it's not, it's halfway.
Right.
You saw what happens. The Knicks beat the Celtics. They acted like it was almost similar to what some cities would have an NBA Finals championship. Very, very bizarre. Now you guys also have been there a while. I feel you guys acted a lot more admirably.
I don't think we have enough people to go out.
I
And
actually don't know.
were
I don't
also
think
in the
anyone
conference finals
knows. I think
before,
that if
right?
you filmed outside of the Pacers stadium when they won,
Yeah.
I know it was at the Cavs, right? They won at Cavs.
Yeah, it was a road game.
If you filmed outside of the Pacers stadium after they won, it probably was fucking chaos. It's just that ours is in the middle of a fucking 7th Avenue.
Maybe.
Also,
I
like you said,
agree,
there's
no?
far less people.
I also feel like
There's
Knicks
a ton,
fans,
yeah.
though, like Meek saying, I can't even think straight. Knicks fans seem to be, like I said, it's almost acting like they're already in the finals, which is exciting.
No, I think it's back into like locked in mode again. Like I think we had our fun weekend.
I mean, Meek got a shave and a haircut.
I mean,
It's good.
He looks good. He looks very good.
Thank you.
But he did it for the playoffs.
We had our fun weekend. It was right into the Subway Series. We had our fun. I'm sure a lot of people went to games and stuff.
Yankees won
Now,
the series.
And the Mets keep
Yankees
losing.
destroyed the
The
series.
Mets
It
are
was
not
great.
doing well.
Mets haven't won since that.
It's true. It's true.
Good.
Well, it's
yeah, so I mean,
not many
they're-
games.
Mets not scoring a run yesterday after Bueller gets knocked out.
Not good. Not
Crazy.
good. The offense right now is
you guys are
very
fine, though.
poopy. The offense is poopy right now.
You guys are fine. You said you're fine.
We are fine.
Fine.
Yeah, but I almost think
Absolutely
I
fine.
almost think it helps that like we kind of have this like score to settle with the Pacers.
I like this.
Like I think it's extra. Like the fact
like
that
this.
like there's familiarity. Like obviously we were there. Like we.
Yeah, this isn't just a random team we're playing.
This is one that it can't like. I think even though you beat the Celtics and that was in a sense getting over like a massive hump. There still is like you gotta get this monkey off your back too.
So-
gotta beat this Pacers team.
I would say there's more pressure on the Knicks than the Pacers.
I would agree.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
for sure. Absolutely.
Why?
Especially because we're the home court.
There's one home court and like you just beat the Celtics, and it's like I don't know. I still think like publicly, not in these walls, on social media, like people are still like the Pacers don't have much of a chance.
Right.
I think
So Ev's saying there's a chip on the Knicks' shoulders. I think the Pacers have just as big of a chip because
Absolutely.
everyone's saying, well, you didn't
Absolutely.
earn beating the Knicks. Like you gotta earn it.
overrated stuff.
So I think
too,
it,
how
they got to prove it. So I
Absolutely.
which I think is great for both teams. They're both pissed. They're both ready to play.
I love like it's kind of like a nice show right now, and then game 4, this is going to be a brutal.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
Because
They're
all it
poison
takes
us
is
because
that
we're
one-
not going to really.
like whoever, someone for the
it's gonna be bad.
No,
someone
because
for the
game
Pacers
2 is
goes
what?
off.
Game 2
Game
is
two's Friday.
Friday.
so we're not
Every
going to see
Sunday.
each other, and then Sunday we're not. So Monday the show will be. Going to game.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, Tuesday. So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, game 4.
I think you're right. I think there will be some bad blood. I hope there's a lot of
I
All
can
it takes is
only
that
hope.
one guy. There's one hard foul, one chippy play, one this or that.
There will be.
Yeah.
TJ McConnell does something, or like he gets in, which I respect
he still
McConnell.
play?
but
No, for sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna
He'll definitely play against the Knicks.
Yeah, McConnell hasn't been great in the playoffs. Like he's
Yeah, I was gonna
he's
say.
getting older,
He-
but
he
he's
will be
he's
this-
had some
I
rest.
promise you he'll be good.
And 100%.
100%. Him and Obi, like they haven't done.
Obi will play
anything-
well,
they
too.
haven't done a ton. They're gonna
Oh,
they're gonna show up. They're gonna show up for the Knicks.
Ghost of Obi Toppin coming back.
But honestly, like Leon Rose, I mean, look at the talent he had accumulated. Like he's got guys littered all over the conference finals.
Yeah. The only guy. The only
on every team.
Right.
Hartenstein, obviously Devo and fucking Randall.
Yep.
Obi Toppin.
Is that bad though?
No, I think
it's a good thing.
I think it
That's
should.
it, you want that.
You couldn't do anything with them
They were hurt.
all the time. They
No,
were
but
all the time?
but you were able to
One
make you
year.
were able to move those
What do you mean you
pieces.
couldn't do anything with them? Like, look where we are. What do you mean we couldn't?
Yeah, I think they moved.
Oh,
those
no, the guys
that's
that
a
are on
ring
the
culture
team.
comment. Couldn't do anything.
What
No,
are
I
you
think
talking
they-
about? Relax. Slow down. Slow down. You didn't do anything.
Didn't do
with
anything.
What do you mean anything?
But you
What's
them.
why
Winning a
is
conference championship. That's not the craziest thing.
got to the second round.
one playoff series like that's so,
Winning a
Playoff
playoff series,
series,
we
NBA is
we can't clap for winning a
No, you
playoff
can't.
series.
You can't.
No, you can't.
But it's
I'm not in a ring culture. I'm
only
saying
100%.
like
You can't did nothing was like you did absolutely
We did nothing because he was
nothing.
fucking hurt.
not every
he's
year.
not- yeah,
I know, you keep saying he's hurt. Not every year.
Randall literally didn't play the playoffs last year.
That's also why is he healthy this year? That I don't know. Maybe the coach played him too much. I don't fucking know.
No, he wasn't hurt last year
his
because the
shoulder-
hurt his
I don't fucking know, but you guys just-
legs out.
All right, keep yelling. If you guys just have so many excuses for every, like you guys like
How is
ring
it an
culture.
excuse?
Ring culture is not what I'm saying.
it's
like
not.
you guys have to admit, if you win one playoff series.
it doesn't mean-
I'm not like
They
good
think
for
it
my
is. It's
team,
just
like,
crazy.
Sure, like it's.
Well, no,
fine.
sorry, we just
I
can't.
gen- I generally don't even know
stand
what
up
we're
and handshake when we win championships because we actually give
You
up.
haven't won one, so you wouldn't know.
What are we yelling about?
You're right. You're right. If you don't stand up and shake hands at championships because you
way
don't
I've-
do anything because you don't win any.
The way I view it is
You don't even, guy, you won nothing. You've won absolutely nothing. You're a loser fan. Like, what do you mean? Like, you've done.
I
nothing.
literally had season tickets when they won a title, so I wrong.
In the fucking 80s?
No. 2008. I was an adult. I bought season tickets and I saw them win a title. So you're wrong. I went to 50 of those games that year. So you're wrong. What next?
He goes,
Okay. What, you think it's suspect? You think I'm wrong?
You might be.
I can try to find it. There you go. Thank you. I literally have pictures of me in the
like
building.
such
You wore a
scumbag.
green shirt one time?
I have pictures in the building, dude. Like, what do you want from me?
I'll say you look like a scumbag there.
Yeah.
Oh, I started lighting the cigar in the garden. There you go. That's a picture I took in the garden from my seats. What do you want from me?
Google images.
Yeah, I mean, I could find the pictures.
All right, dude. Yeah, I mean, so you have to resort to accusing me of lying because you know I'm right.
Oh my God!
So,
It's a joke.
No, because I proved that I was right. So you shouted out to loser fan 1-0. It's not true. I put my hard-earned money, went to those games, got to root them. It was awesome. You haven't won that. You've won dick with the Knicks.
Yeah, so the Knicks haven't won
So
it.
so you're right. So you don't stand up and shake hands because you don't do anything because you don't win. Congratulations!
No, we-
Congratulations on
we
getting
just
halfway
care.
to a title.
We just
Congratulations.
care. Also, be more. I think
We just care. We just care. You don't even know what you care about. You haven't won anything. You don't know.
I care about a team when they actually win or lose. I'm here.
Yeah, but you can't. I will say,
lose or lose.
You can't be excited about winning one round. You can't. You know that's a fact. As a New York fan, also, like winning one round is good. You can be happy for your team, but you know that's nothing.
But the narrative, like you saying, "Oh, is that a bad thing?" Because we have like good players in other teams.
I think it's a good thing.
I was
the way I view it is,
but also like you get like
Also
you
use
didn't
those
do
pieces
much.
to get further. I think it's a good thing.
That's what I'm saying.
But you didn't do much with those guys. Is what I was like playing the other side of it. It's kind of funny.
I mean, we went from being like a worst team in the NBA like to making it to this point.
Oh yeah, good.
those guys were used as steps to build to this point right here.
Exactly.
That's how I view it.
Well, yeah.
He found Hartenstein out the fucking G League.
Yeah, but you didn't get anything for Hartenstein.
It got us to this point.
It shows that he can.
Yeah, that's fine. But
identifies talent.
No, that's exactly.
But Hartenstein did nothing for this team.
That's exactly it.
Hartenstein did nothing for this team.
He did nothing.
What did he do for this team?
He didn't play a minute.
What?
He didn't play. He
didn't accomplish.
This year, I
accomplish anything with him. But he shows that he has a good eye for talent.
He didn't do anything for the Knicks this year. Like you got.
He's on the Thunder.
That was the fucking whole thing. You guys all say he did something. What are we talking about?
Obviously, I'm talking about when he's on the Knicks. Like, what are we even talking about?
That's what he's talking about.
That's what I said. You guys argued fucking with me.
He was on the Thunder this year.
Yes.
Yeah,
I said, what did Harden? You said this is the reason why our team's doing better. I said, what did Hartenstein?
No, I'm talking about the journey from being like we were horrible.
That's
5,
fine.
6, 7 years.
That's
part of building the culture.
So you
Exactly.
sucked.
Obviously, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so you sucked, and then you won one playoff series.
It's steps, and now we're here.
I know, this is what I've
I
done.
don't even think I'm getting credit. You guys.
I don't even know what we're yelling about. I have no idea.
The general thing is the Knicks think they've accomplished a great thing when they haven't accomplished anything. That's the frustrating part.
I don't think you can say they haven't accomplished anything, though.
I can.
This year they have accomplished
Yes,
something.
you can say that. You can say exactly that. They haven't accomplished it. Now, if they win this
We're
round,
literally disagreeing with.
No, this year.
both literally
No.
We're literally
I was
disagreeing
with you
with
with
if they
the
win
whole
this
time.
round, then they can. Then that
still-
absolutely is something to say. You get to NBA Finals, that's a big fucking deal.
The Knicks haven't accomplished anything in 25 years. This year, I do think beating the Celtics was an accomplishment. I do. But, like, not to the point where, like, saying that all these other guys in the conference finals is, like, got you to this point. Like, I don't believe in that, no.
But they did though.
No, like, they didn't.
They did.
Hartenstein, like I said, that you argued with, Hartenstein leaving didn't get the Knicks to where they're at right now.
I think it was a big part of like helping build the team.
I don't understand that part. Like, I don't get what did Hartenstein do for this 2025 Knicks team?
I mean, obviously he was on the team this year, but
Exactly,
I think
where it's like I think the
it was
GM did a
building
great
blocks
job
into this.
trading people. I think he did a good job trading
And identifying talent.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
That
but
was the first thing. That was the first thing he said. That was the entire point. Like,
Yeah,
look at all the
I
talent
think
he had
that,
in his first,
like-
he drafted Obi.
The only thing I would argue is like Hartenstein was just a way of getting that stink off the Knicks. Another way of getting like they had a very successful regular season, and then in the playoffs last year it fell apart, obviously with the injuries. But then you're like, all right, there's something here. We can't pay Hartenstein, but we feel this kid
could have paid him.
This team.
No, we literally couldn't.
I think you could have got to 70.
No, we offered him the max we could offer.
Yeah, no, it couldn't
We-
have worked.
Was he
were-
unrestricted or restricted free agent?
He was restricted with us.
So you guys could have then matched.
No, we couldn't.
They were.
We were. I think the max we could give was 472, I believe, or something like that. Oh. And they gave 387. Like, you can't compete with that.
Yeah.
And he was a guy who was out of the G League. The Knicks gave him 2 for 16 or 16 for 2 years. Yeah. So look at the increase. Like, this guy went from like a guy that was in the G League and is like
No. I don't think anyone did anything wrong.
Like 5 years ago, this guy was in the G League.
And also,
Now he's
I give
having-
the Knicks credit.
It's a $90 million contract.
The Knicks also were smart enough to go. All right, we lost that size. We need to go and get Towns. Like
Right.
They
Yes.
I think
That's
I
not
think
what
your GM is
that's
awesome.
not what this argument was at all. But regardless, we're past the point and the plot. Let's move on really fast because one guy's team is a pussy and had to try to ban the tush push, and it got denied.
Oh wait, we were the only team that voted to
No,
ban.
you-
I know the
No, you
Jets.
guys-
We're the only keep it.
team.
You brought it.
No.
Did
20
who brought it?
That is
to
cowardly.
The NFL?
22 teams voted against.
Who brought it to the NFL saying they want
22.
to?
Please ban it.
Answer the question. Who brought it to the NFL?
We stepped up for the other 21 teams. Fine. I also am so indifferent about it. I just don't care. I don't care about it. Also, it's
Your team
made.
does.
All right. Well, it's May 21st. I'm locked in on the Knicks playoff run.
Oh no! Don't do that. I hate that.
What?
I hate that. It's the news. We talk about the news on the show.
I'm aware, but I'm saying.
Yeah, but you can't say I'm not locked in the mix. This is your team.
I said I don't feel one way. I just like, all right.
You're not a little embarrassed by your team?
I'd be a little
embarrassed.
No, I don't feel that way at all. I think it's funny the Eagles posted right when they got approved or whatever, or it was staying. They posted a picture of playing the Packers and that's the play the Packers stuff that tush push.
And why do you want it banned?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't get
because they use it with Tucker Kraft. They do the tush push with Tucker Kraft, and they stopped it. I didn't like the amendment that they did in a recent amendment to the rule, where it was like if a running back breaks a few tackles and he's going, you've seen a play where like. He's at the end zone after a big play, and then he gets one last push from his guys. That would have been illegal.
Oh.
I didn't like that because that's a fun part of like you just want to need that last.
The NFL had such a weird
the Jets not cowardly for once.
The NFL is such a weird thing where like
Patriots.
like 50,
too because Josh Allen does that a lot.
No, but I think if you tush push, if you got figure out a way to stop it. So I didn't like when they banned the infield shift either. Figure out a way to stop it.
The one side I don't like about the tush push is that
I agree with
certain ways to stop the tush push are illegal.
There is two. My real opinion is like, yeah, I do think you should try and find a way to stop it. Also, don't get a team at 4th and inches, like stop them before that.
Yep.
But I do think you have to give the defense a little more grace of things that they're allowed to do than to stop it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I don't think that it's fair if like you can't touch like even like the center, like are you allowed
You can't cut linemen.
Yeah, you can't cut.
That's the one way to stop it.
The only way to stop it is to get low and pile them up, pile that whole line up. But I think that's the only stupid. I also think the shift is the stupidest thing in baseball that's ever happened.
Banning the shift.
Banning
Yeah.
shift?
Because I
think that
free base hits. If people learn how to bunt, no one wanted to do it.
I mean, bunt like just hit you like that's you're a major league base player.
It's insane.
Hit the other way.
It's insane.
That I will never understand.
I'll never get it either. I thought for sure people would figure it out. No one ever tried.
Because they don't want to.
Right.
Because they know like it's easier to pull it.
Nuts.
All right, Vibs, you got any picks today?
Yes. I took Ben Matherin. I think it was plus 12 points. It was like plus 110.
Love that.
Let me get it pulled up. But yeah, I think Ben Matherin coming off the bench, he can kind of score at will. I think he's gonna have a big game. He usually does against the Knicks, so I'm liking him. Let me see, pulling it up. Yeah, Benedict Matherin plus 12 points, plus 110. So this is one that I feel like I haven't put the money in yet. I feel like I shouldn't take as a Pacers fan, but whatever Pascal Siakam's under is. I think you should take that. If you're a Knicks fan, take it because OG can lock him up and play defense, and it'll probably be like 21 is his line, and I think he's gonna have under 21 points.
It's low. I think it's 18.5.
18.5. I'd still take it.
Good line.
They're good. DraftKings is good. I'd still take it.
Hubs.
I've got. Where are you? Deuce McBride, 2 threes, plus 135. I've got the Marlins money line, plus 124. That starts in like 5 minutes. Cam Nori, tennis, plus 150 against Tomas Machak.
Clemmer.
I'm on the Pacers series, plus 115, or at least it was when I got it. My pick of the day, baseball, Trevor Williams, over 2.5 earned runs. It's minus 130. The Braves are hitting pretty well right now. Trevor Williams has been kind of lousy. I'm on the Astros, first 5, minus half a run against the Rays. I'm on the Giants run line. Rangers money line against the Yankees. DeGrom was pitching. And I'm on the Pacers, plus 4.5 tonight.
I'm on the Knicks minus 4.5. I am also taking a parlay of the parlay is 13-1. It's Miles Turner 18 points, Obi Toppin 10 points, Mikal Bridges 20 points. And I'm taking the Brewers. Keep taking the Orioles are the worst team. Oh. They're truly the second worst team in baseball.
They lose every game.
Like it's not even like it's the White Sox have the same amount of wins.
A mess.
White Sox had a win last night.
Seattle.
I actually watched the end of it.
The White Sox have the same amount of wins as the Orioles.
And they're playing better.
And the Orioles have the second
They're competitive.
Yeah,
the second worst run differential is the Orioles.
Bro, they lose
in the league.
They lose every game.
Yankees have the best, by the way.
Best run differential.
Yeah.
Will Warren, good pitcher.
Will Warren looked. I tease a lot, say a lot. Will Warren looked phenomenal last night.
I got Brewers minus 115. I have the Giants minus 1.5, and then I also have the Red Sox minus 1.5, plus 145. Crochet is just
Nothing like the Mets slumping, and here's Crochet.
Yeah.
Although here's the game they
that's
win.
not even a Mets thing. I think it's Crochet is just gonna
That's offense.
What is that line? What's that line? What did you just
plus
say?
145, minus 1.5.
Okay.
That's a good bet.
I thought it'd be worse. They're getting some respect to them.
And
Man.
Tyler McGill, who by the way has been really something.
That's what I'm saying. Is I think
know.
that should be like a worse number.
I'm staying away from that one.
Wait, that's a really weird line.
I know.
Oh,
I hate the Red Sox today.
love it.
Why is that only 150? All right, that's weird.
I mean, the Mets are.
They still were. Yeah,
the,
they were.
the Red Sox lineup isn't good.
Mets are
But
good.
their start McGill's been bad.
I know, but the Red Sox lineup
Crochet's
is
been
not
good.
great.
It's been doing that. That should be 2-something.
The Mets are.
Mets are good.
But it's Crochet.
I know.
I know, but the
McGill.
Mets.
But still,
Yankees
but still.
the Yankees have never been plus like
Mets
minus
didn't
200
score. The Mets didn't
against.
score against the Red Sox.
Yeah, I know, but it
9,
just
10
doesn't
years.
matter.
I-
Has the Yankees ever, no matter who they face, have ever been a minus 200 against them? No way.
No,
That's what I'm saying. The Mets are in that camp right now of like,
they are. I got to
Mets
tell
are-
my brain to not take the Mets tonight because my brain right now wants to take the Mets, and that's going to result in bad.
Take 'em.
things.
Ev.
I won't do that.
Yeah, I'm the.
Oh, I have the Yankees also. Sorry.
On the Brewers money line, yeah, I'm still riding that. On the,
Against the Orioles.
I just keep taking.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
think
And he's going to walk in with like a fur coat.
Yeah, it's
As he
funny.
does, it's just
Thank you,
fading.
Orioles.
I'm taking the last like at least 4 or 5 in a row. I think. I'm on the Astros 2 money line. Yeah, I'm on the Knicks minus 4.5. I'm on over 222.5, and I like Josh Hart over 12.5 points. And Josh Hart double plus
Love that.
140. I think it is. I like Josh, especially in the inside. I think he's going to get boards. I wrote him quite a few times in the Boston series. He hit a few of them. So yeah, we're riding Josh Hart.
I think this is a big Cat game. Give me Cat 23 plus, 25 plus, and 30 plus points.
I like you, Josh Hart. He's he's usually my Knicks person that I try to bet on because his lines are usually pretty favorable. He just scares me because sometimes he just doesn't shoot the three, and I'm like,
He shot it pretty
he
well
shot
in the
great.
Celtics series.
He shot great. I think it was the
Also,
second to last game.
the reason I like the matchup too with this is he goes to the paint, like he drives, and I think they're softer inside.
Yeah, no, I don't hate the bet. That's not.
think he'll get
at all.
Also, soft rebounding team. He's
That's what I'm
gonna be able
saying.
to
I think-
extend possessions. I always like taking this PRA.
I could easily see him averaging like 10, 11 points.
Oh.
in the
What
series.
killed the Pacers against the Cavs was offensive rebounding. Like rebounding is a real struggle for the Pacers.
Did Shea's PRA hit?
Barely.
All right.
45 on the dot.
J5.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Because
what's he got today?
He liked Cat and Hart props.
Okay.
Who do you like in the game?
See, that is something I'm like, all
All
right.
right, so me and J5 are on the same page. I feel good
Who
about
did
it.
J5 like in the game?
The game, I don't know. He does say he has Pacers in 7, so
Oh, no, you must not like that, Meek. Does that make you upset?
Oh.
I told him, I was like, you want me to die? So
So if you will die if the Pacers...
If the Pacers
not
beat the
literally
Knicks,
fucking
you were not
covered.
going to die. But what
happens?
What is
to you?
something?
Let's say
is
the
it-
Pacers
will
win
you-
this
I
series.
will fall into a depression, and
Oh,
I won't
boy.
be happy.
Oh.
Can't wait.
Will you cry either way?
Oh, yeah. Wait, everyone
No,
tears.
Win or
I
lose?
haven't cried over being like a team.
You cried last year.
No, I'm
No, but happiness.
I'd
I know,
happiness.
that's what I'm saying.
I haven't
Win or
cried
lose. If win
sadness
is-
over a team since I was like.
So if you
very,
win,
very
you
young.
think you'll cry?
Oh,
Can
maybe it depends. If it's a blowout like it was Game 6, probably not.
If
but-
you lose, will you break something? I feel like you break things when you
Yeah,
lose, but you don't cry when you lose.
if there's a chair in the distance I could kick, I'll probably break it.
Oh my God.
can I say this? I just blogged the Mets celebration video the Knicks celebration video making fun of them.
I've deleted that blog.
I have to say this though. Meek's face at the beginning, he's glowing. Like I've never seen someone so happy. As much as I hate the Knicks, I was like, all right, that's what a moment. This kid is having a good time. Shame we're gonna ruin it.
Josh Hart, by the way, real quick as we leave. Last year against the Pacers in the playoffs, 12.5 points a game, 11 boards, 4.5 assists a game. So he was very.
Yeah, I trust him. I trust him more with PRA than points usually.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
All right, that is the show. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll have Bibbs with us tomorrow as well. Talk about this game. I'm excited.
Sirs,
I'm
go
excited
Sirs, go
to watch
Sirs.
tonight. I am very excited. I got some Bravo TV to watch, and then the Knicks. What's better?
What a night.
Knicks
Right
versus
now.
Knicks, round 9, baby. Let's
Fuck
do
the
it.
Granite.
No, let's go Granite. Stream today, 3
fuck
o'clock.
the Granite.
Why?
You have awful players on your team.
No, I don't.